Well, we're at it again. For those of you that love to eat, you turned on the right show today because we're cooking on Joni today. Are you all excited about that? And on a scale of 1 to delicious, the foods that today's guest prepares is just that. They are delicious. She's a well-known nutritionist, teacher, and culinary educator. She's been with us before, and today she's going to teach us a thing or two about healthy cooking. So get your pencils and paper ready. We've got a hungry audience, a new kitchen set to cook in, and a guest who puts the yum in yummy foods that most people can't even pronounce. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome back to the Joni Show, Magalie Hall. Cook 2 dishes right now, and actually we have several throughout the program.
Yes.
But for those of you watching that don't know Magalie's testimony, she was completely healed of liver cancer. Is that amazing or what? And so one of the things that in that journey that you learned is healthy cooking.
Yes.
And we're going to do that today.
Yes, we
But
are.
it's going to taste good.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll start with what first?
We're going to start with the curry chicken.
Curry chicken.
Don't you love curry?
Are you hungry? All right. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's start with that. Tell us what we have
Okay, first
here.
thing we need to do is, let's see, is this warmed up yet? We need to get this warmed.
Okay. So we turn this up.
We preheat this to about, 250 just to get it going.
Okay. 250, and this is the special cookware that's
Well, the surgical steel.
surgical
because,
steel, stainless steel, because this is better to use than the
than
Teflon.
the regular, the Teflon, because you want to eliminate cross-contamination.
Right.
And with my liver then at the time wasn't working well, I didn't want to put anything to make it worse, so I wanted to use the surgical steel, which kept everything clean, and it cooks the food very fast.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't see it heating up yet. Is it heating up?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
And but what we can do is start putting the stuff over here.
Okay. So is 250 enough? For it?
Yeah, let's see. Yep, it's warming up. Let's get
Okay.
it going a little faster.
Okay. This is television. You can't take all day.
Exactly. Now
Talking to
the
the
chicken, what
cookware.
I've done is I marinated in the curry, lemon juice, a little thyme, salt to get it to taste really well. So it's best to let it.
So
Doesn't that smell great?
it does.
Yeah.
That curry smells really good.
It really does. So
Okay.
we have some olive oil,
Okay.
which we will put in there.
And you love to cook with olive oil, and I do
Oh,
too.
yes.
Why is that? Why is olive
It
oil good
smells
for us?
good. No, but it's
smells
very
good.
healthy for
It
you.
is very healthy.
It's very healthy, and it's the right type of fat for the body. It helps with the hormones. It helps with keeping your cholesterol low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even people that have high cholesterol can take a small spoon of olive oil per night, and it will help eliminate the problem.
Okay.
Yes. So we have that, and we want to use some garlic.
Okay.
And whenever you're cooking with garlic, it's important to do it while the fire is not too high, because you do not want to burn it, because if you burn it, it's going to taste very bad.
Okay.
Yes.
So we got the garlic in there. So I'm going to look at the recipe while you're doing this. So we started out with a 1.5 pounds of chicken breast,
Yes.
skinless, boneless, sliced, and of course it's also good to, if you can get organic, right?
Yes.
You can get organic chicken.
You want to get organic.
2 garlic cloves chopped, a tablespoon of fresh grated ginger.
Yes, we do have the ginger,
Okay.
which we're going to do after we brown the chicken.
The 2 tablespoons of curry powder. Is that what you mixed
Yes,
in?
I have that, yeah.
And then the thyme, you mix
That's
that
in there.
And the cumin, the
Yes.
salt,
Salt.
and 1 lemon juiced,
That's also in the chicken.
It's
That's
in the
all makes
chicken?
the marinade.
and the cilantro.
The cilantro, we have that in there. See, now it's
Okay.
starting to heat up.
Okay.
And then we're going to put our chicken.
So do the kids like this? The
Oh,
chicken,
yes.
do they?
They do, and not only them, but they bring neighbors over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that you said, Magalie, as you're making this, is that you never used your kitchen.
Never before.
And so now you use your kitchen quite a bit, and you love it, and your kids love it, I bet, don't
Yes, they do. And even my son, who's 12 years old now, he knows how to cook.
He
Because
does?
he'll watch Mom do stuff.
All
Yes.
right. Okay.
Yes. So-
Okay, well, while the chicken is cooking, do we have to wait on this to cook a little bit? We can start on the, this is called, I have no idea how to pronounce this. All I know is green bean almadine, but what is it called? Give us a little, is this the French version?
Haricot vert. almondine.
Aricot automadine.
Yes.
So this is green beans, okay? So, but this is a great dish. And
Yes, it is awesome.
This would be great for the holidays, right?
It is, and then it's so easy to make because a lot of people sometimes they don't like to cook because they say, well, it takes too much time or
Right.
it's too much work, but it's your health. You need to take time to cook.
Yes.
And it's so much easier. If you have the right utensils, you have the right recipes, go for it.
Okay. We'll post these recipes for you. I know that you'll be able to go to www.daystar.com and click on Joni, and we'll have the curry chicken and the, what is it called again?
Oh, haricot vert.
Thank you.
Almondine.
The green beans. So
Yes.
here we go. Here's your green beans here.
Now, how do we turn
And
this on? Do we need to? Okay, it's on,
yeah,
right?
there it goes.
Okay.
A pound of the, say it again,
Haricot.
which
No.
is the green beans.
Yes.
And half a small onion sliced.
Yes.
Two
And, we have the,
garlic cloves. There's
The
that.
garlic cloves. And we have the
Two
olive oil.
2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay, put that in there.
And
This is
here
so
are the
easy.
almondines, darling. There you
Yes.
go, and I'll watch.
We put
Can
that here.
am I supposed to kind of stir the chicken around while
Yes,
you're
that
doing
would be
that?
great. Yeah.
Okay.
You do that one, and I'll do this one.
Because I can tell the people in the audience are really hungry, so we want to get this cooked for them. Right? Are y'all hungry? Let us know if you are. Okay.
Now this is warming up, and I also want to talk about this that I found at Central Market, which is this organic chicken soup mix, and
Oh.
I use it for seasoning.
Oh.
It is so easy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to use a little bit of that also in the haricot vert.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the
So you've
garlic.
got the olive oil, the garlic,
Yes.
and the
Then
onions.
after we do that, we're going to put this in here first.
And you don't have to cook green beans for hours and hours. How many had a grandmother who cooked their green beans for hours and hours? I know.
With all the fat and all the
Right, with the bacon and, right. But the olive oil gives it a great flavor.
a great taste.
Okay.
So we put that in there. And I'm going to add the onions. I think I'm going to get done before you, Joni.
I know.
And you have to remember, when you're using multicolors in your foods, it's very healthy.
Right.
You're getting all the vitamins and all the antioxidants. And you want to build your body. That's one of the ways that we build our immune system.
Well, I'm trying to get
So
my
we have-
chicken to cook, but it is cooking, but it's just taking a little bit. But you know, one of the things that is important is to have foods of color,
Yes.
right? And that's
Very.
one of the things I know you talk about is look how beautiful the color is. Ooh, those look good. You'll have to taste that one. Now, are you going to add?
Water?
You're
Or
going
anything?
to add those peppers and over here with the chicken, right?
With the chicken, yes.
Okay.
As soon as they get a little, they're getting in there.
Well, it smells
so the
good.
because remember, we have to have, what, 5, 6 servings of vegetables per day?
Right.
And it's very easy. You want to have your vegetables, you want to have your fruits, so you have to know how to do it. Now, look at this. If you like your vegetables crispy, this is just about done.
Wow.
Yes. And what I'm going to do now is just cover it up and let this simmer. And the haricot basically is almost done.
Haricot is almost done. Well, we're going to finish the chicken curry, but stay right where you are. If you're tired of the old iceberg lettuce and cucumbers in your salad, well, when we come back, we'll find out what we can do to spice up that ordinary salad. More healthy eats after the break. Stay right there.
Of all the armies in the world, only one accepts battered women and children. Please help the Salvation Army or donate online at 1-800-SALARMY.org.
Glucose plus oxygen equals carbon dioxide.
I'd like to pass them back to you now.
And
Very pleased with your work.
syllabus for Chem Psych Lab Wednesday.
She's got the drive, the energy, the heart, and the talent.
Artery. Pre-med.
But she wouldn't be here
Rate of evolution.
without your help. Please support the United Negro College Fund, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
My daughter was killed in '97, so now I'm taking care of my 3 grandchildren.
I've known Virginia for about 14 years. She's worked with us at the hospital.
I've never had a home of my own.
Habitat is building this house. Women are nailing the nails.
When someone becomes a home, they feel like they are part of something.
This is a chance for a woman to give her grandchildren a real home.
Habitat is changing lives.
Habitat for Humanity. Support the work in your community. Visit habitat.org.
There will come a time in your life when you'll question if there's a point to it all. A time when just accepting things as they are won't be enough. A time in your life when you'll question if there is more. When that time comes, call us. We are waiting to give you the answer you're searching for.
With our guest Magalie Hall today, and believe it or not, there are different types of lettuce other than iceberg, and they're good for you. So what are you going to make us now? I know we've got to finish our chicken up over here, and then we're going to go to a salad, and you're going to show us some neat combinations there. But look,
yes,
it's almost done.
This is doing good, and what we want to do is, where's the ginger?
So you put the ginger in now?
Yes.
Okay, so why is it important to put it in a last? Just to...
Well, it's not exactly that. There's a few other things we're going to add in there, but it just gives it that nice smell and taste.
Okay.
Doesn't that smell good?
It does.
Yeah. And then, guess what? A little bit of coconut milk.
Ooh, coconut milk. Now, did you buy that like in the freezer section or what?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, or you can grate your own.
Okay. Did you do that?
The old-fashioned way. No, I put mine in the freezer section.
Okay. Okay. All right, Magalie, you're my kind of woman. Okay.
Make it easier, and now we can add all the pretty colors. Look at that.
Yeah.
Vitamins, antioxidant, good for your eyes.
That's an orange pepper.
Good for the liver.
A red pepper and a green pepper.
Yes. All healthy for you. This is the stuff that helps build your immune system.
Yes.
And it fills you, it keeps you healthy, keeps you in a good mood and full of energy. Isn't that pretty?
So now after you got your body cleansed, I'm sure this is the kind of food that you crave now, right?
Exactly. And you know, this is good foods.
Yeah.
And it's not that just because you're eating healthy, you can't really eat good food or enjoy yourself, but this makes it very, very easy.
Okay, that is beautiful.
So we have that, a little bit of carrots.
Oh yeah, don't forget the carrots.
Yes.
We want to be able to see good, right?
Yes.
So now
but right now you have lots of things to help
so see
you.
there, isn't that beautiful?
See all the pretty colors?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes, and then what you can do now is just cover it up.
Just cover it?
Let it simmer.
Okay.
Yeah, bring it down a little
bit. Bring it down
bit.
some.
Yeah,
and now we're
let it
going to
simmer.
do our...
No, let's see our green beans.
Let's see the green
It's doing
beans.
great.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
done. But remember, the almonds, you don't add them until the end.
Okay.
For just a few minutes cooked.
That looks like that's just about ready.
Yeah, and remember, we use no water.
Now,
just the moisture from the vegetable.
Where did you
is
get
what
those
cooked it.
particular green beans from?
Central Market.
Central
and
Market.
they are called Arico. What it is just a better type of green beans, and they are a lot more potent, full of vitamins and everything, yes. Let's see, just add some of these in there.
It is
Aren't they great?
delicious.
That's it, and it's done.
Okay.
You have-
So
you-
should we turn that down since that's done?
We can even just turn it off.
Okay. Now we're going to look at a salad. Now, how important is it to eat raw vegetables?
Very, very important, because you
Okay.
have your live enzymes
Right.
with your salads. So that is very, very important. It is not a hassle to make a salad. It is very simple. This is a Greek salad that I'm making, and there's different types, and you could use a variety of combinations. But what I wanted to show you, this tomato was created for us Christians.
Okay.
It's made like a crown. This is called the heirloom tomato. Isn't that pretty?
That is.
Yes.
Can we show the top of that? That's kind of neat. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
The way that it's shaped.
The way
Okay,
that it's shaped
see.
like a crown.
Yeah.
Heirloom tomatoes.
Okay.
So what we're
and
going to do, we have
know
the salad.
Tomatoes are good, even especially for men. You're
Yes.
saying as it relates to prostate cancer.
Exactly.
It's one of the natural things that you can eat as a deterrent. Now, what else over here do we have?
We have,
Ooh, I like this. Is this goat cheese?
yes, goat cheese.
Yes, that tastes so
That
good.
we're going to put
myself.
last with the olives.
Okay.
Let me have the pepper.
Okay.
Yep, I'm going to put
peppers.
some of that in there. Remember the colors.
Now, the
Many
iceberg
colors
lettuce isn't really
makes
good, that good for you, though,
No,
is
not
it?
good at all. I mean, it has no nutritional value, so
just
it
kinda
really
like-
is not helping. So it's
Okay.
good to do, if you're going to eat right and eat with something that's going to give you the right,
Right.
health benefits.
There's the olives, right?
Yes. You get some pitted olives there. And a
onions.
little bit of onions.
And onions act as a natural antibiotic.
Antibiotic,
people don't know that.
antioxidant. It is excellent for you because it's one of the root foods. Onions, garlic,
Right.
leek, green onions. All those things are very, very good for you.
And then what seasoning is this?
We're going to put that into mixing. We have a little shaker bottle. It's to make the this is oregano.
Okay.
Yes. Let's see. We don't have
And-
that, but we
and
can
what
just
is
use
this
it.
for?
This is the balsamic vinegar
Okay.
and lemon juice.
And so you just put those together?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh,
Here's the
here,
spoon.
there's the oil.
Oh, did you find the oil?
We're going to put that
Okay.
in there.
Okay.
Again, garlic. We have some cold pressed olive oil.
Okay.
Put
And
it
you're
all
putting-
together.
Okay.
And
what
the
w-
salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. What were the
Yeah.
herbs there that in that?
Oregano.
Oregano.
Yes, the oregano.
Okay.
Because you want to get your wild oregano, that helps. And that's very, very healthy. Because, it's antiviral, antibacterial. So that
And
is
the goat
very good
cheese, you
for
can't
you.
forget about that too.
Oh, yeah, we got to put that on there. Just pour that over it. Now, was that too hard?
No, that wasn't.
Very, very easy to make. And then, I love this cheese.
I do too.
Lots of
cheese.
cheese on top.
Now that is a beautiful salad, isn't it? Everybody
here it
look
is.
at that. Woo, isn't that pretty? Yeah, looks great. And this is healthy.
Healthy,
Okay, now the
healthy,
other
and
thing,
quick.
quickly, you actually developed
we have to also
a
put
vegetable.
up cucumbers.
Oh yeah, don't forget the
Yeah.
cucumbers. A vegetable soup. I'm gonna have one of those cucumbers. And the chicken is coming along here.
Just
Look.
great. Now we just need to stir the chicken up
Yeah,
some.
you wanna do that? While eat a cucumber. Okay.
Now
Well,
see
it's
how
looking
good it
good.
smells? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love the smell of this.
That's really good. So we've got
Yeah.
our curry chicken with peppers.
Yes, and curry, because of the yellow coloring, the turmeric, that's very healthy, and that fights against cancer, the turmeric. It's very healthy, the curry, all those everything that I have in there is cancer fighter.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Okay, let's talk about your soup that the Lord gave you.
Okay, the soup,
Was
this
this your
is
own
great.
This is your own recipe?
Yes, and my mom
Okay.
used to make this also, so I've just changed it around to make it the way that I like to have it. And it's basically,
So I'm going to have some salad while you're doing that. I'd hate for you guys to taste this and it not be good. I'm going to make sure that it's good. So
Then you want to
that's
toss
what my
it
mother,
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, because one thing, you have to eat a lot of vegetables per day. And it's like,
Right.
it's hard to say one plate of this, one plate of that. So what I would do is I have carrots,
Right.
leek, parsley.
How do you cut up leek? I don't know that I've done that very often.
Yeah, see? It's just like a big green onion.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you just
that's a good
wash
one.
it really well.
Okay.
And you just dice it.
Okay.
And or slice it. I have the carrots and I have cabbage. Turnip. Green beans. So you put all of that, spinach, just all the vegetables that you like. You put it in a pot with water.
With water?
Yes, with water. See, I have onions. And look at this, garlic clove. Because garlic is
For
very
flavor?
good for you. For flavor, for also medicinal purposes. Because garlic is very good to clean your blood, it thins your blood.
And then you're just going to pour, there's some water right there.
Okay.
And so you're going to pour that in. This has got to be healthy, vegetables and water. And it tastes good?
But just eating just vegetable and water is not one of the best things. Okay, so you have all of your vegetables.
Right.
And what you do, you cook this for about, 20 minutes. Which way does it go? I'll turn it this
You
way.
turn on.
I'll use this one.
There you go.
There's some Marico over here. Okay, we'll put this in.
Cook it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Look, this is cooking over here.
And then, when it's done, in 20 minutes after this is done, you take it all, put it in the blender, you blend it.
Uh-huh.
And then after you blend it, you put it in a different, you put it in the pot again, which is what I've done, and add some seasoning to it.
Wow.
Very easy. Very
Put it in a
simple.
blender and look at how good it looks.
And then put some of the seasoning in there.
Wow.
And what I've
It's
added,
thick.
And what I've added to it is this over here. This is really good.
Winter
the
squash.
winter squash. This
Okay.
is so excellent. Remember, the yellow coloring is very good for your eyes.
Right.
Very good for the body. And this is very, very tasty.
Okay, well, we'll taste that. Well, we hope that you're not full yet because we have a special healthy dessert coming up after the break. We'll see you in 2. Stay right there. It's one thing to be ambushed with a makeover, but after a year, have they held true to their new beauty regime? Peter Lamas, tomorrow on Joni.
To find out more about Magalie Hall, you may write The Hope and Faith Wellness Center, 5805 Shady Dale Drive, Fort Worth, Texas 76135, or call 817-237-3726. You can also log on to our website at www.hopeandfaithwellness.com. Does your child have asthma? Did you know asthma attacks can be triggered by things like shock, child's pain, even a teddy bear? Help prevent your child's asthma attacks. Call 1-866-NO-ATTACKS or visit NOATTACKS.org. Would you like to fish with your water?
I'm looking for a wallet.
Ah, celebrating high school graduation.
No, I dropped out.
啊，星啊，呢個友仔要買荷包啊！
係強兒啊，眼碌碌好似馬騮星咁。
係啊，真係可惜啊！中學都畢唔到業。
我翻嚟啦。係。
Isn't it a little small?
Go to OperationGraduation.com.
There will come a time when you'll question if there's a point to it all. A time when just accepting things as they are won't be enough. A time in your life when you'll question if there is more. When that time comes, call us. We are waiting to give you the answer you're searching for.
Welcome back, everybody. Magalie Hall has been cooking up a storm for us today. And now for the best part and my favorite part. Everybody say it. Dessert. What do you have for us, Magalie?
Okay, look at all this pretty fruits. All
This
those
is healthy?
pretty.
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at
Blueberries,
all this that my
kiwi,
kids love. Kiwi.
strawberries.
Y'all see that? Isn't that pretty? Kiwi, strawberries, and blueberries. Okay, and is this angel food cake or something?
This
similar?
is just like a pound cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
what
healthy
I
pound cake?
Yeah, healthy pound cake.
Well, how did you
we
make it?
prayed over it. It's very healthy.
Okay. Well, I was thinking angel food cake would be something you could do.
You could use, you could do either sponge cake, either one of them, but
Okay.
I just wanted to do this one.
Okay.
Let me make room for you. So you can put that, you can
Okay.
put it there.
Okay.
What I want to do to make the presentation prettier,
Oh.
we're going to use the kiwi at the bottom, because kiwis, remember again, we talked about using a lot of colors.
Right.
A lot of very pretty colors.
So now, is this a healthy cake that you got from the Central Market as
No,
well?
this one, I made that one.
Oh, you made it?
Yes, made it last night so it could be ready for today.
Okay, so what's
Yeah.
in there?
Unbleached flour
Uh-huh.
and turbinado sugar, milk, eggs,
Okay.
butter.
Okay.
That's it.
That's not too bad. Then you've got
No.
those whole ingredients, but if you go to the store, a lot of times you're going to get what? Refined
white sugar and all
Right.
that, and that is not very good for you.
Boy, that's really pretty.
Yeah, isn't that pretty? And I like the shape there.
There's so much you can do
Okay,
with kiwi.
and then,
okay.
what's the fruit
And what is the
preserve?
juice that this is in?
This is a gel that I made with the turbinate sugar water and lemon zest and vanilla bean.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you just reduce it. Let's get this. We're going to put a little bit of juices. Just sprinkle the cake with some juice.
That's
You
my
could
mother
use-
used to do that. Makes it moist.
Yeah, makes it moist. You could use apple juice, orange juice. That's why I made a pound cake, so that way it will be able to absorb it.
Okay.
And then we put the jelly.
And this is a natural strawberry?
Yes, natural strawberry preserve. See the pieces of fruit? Nothing but strawberries. And it's not this grams of sugar is only 6.
Huh.
Yeah, so that is pretty good because most of them are usually pretty high, 15. But this is all natural strawberry sugar, no added sugar.
Okay.
So we put that in there.
Okay.
Then
what is this?
The whipped cream. And you could even do this with rice milk if you want, and a little cornstarch, and you just whip it together. Or you could use organic milk, you know, whichever ways that you like to make your whipped cream. And yogurt.
Okay. Okay, we got 30 seconds. We better hurry.
Okay, Miss Johnny, then you can start putting the fruits right on top.
So you just pour them on top, or you
No,
just spoon them on top? Okay.
Spoon them on top.
Okay. Well. Okay. So like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sort of
Just-
like a tart, but
Okay.
for making a cake tart.
Okay.
Yeah.
A cake tart, and I
Yeah.
guess we can put some
You
more.
can put everything on top.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Isn't that pretty?
This
with
is
the colors?
great. Well, we gotta go. Thank you for tuning in today. We appreciate you coming,
Thank
Magali.
you. We'll have to do this again.
Weight aches, joint pain, hot flashes, depression, anxiety, cramps, bleeding, infections, sleeplessness, PMS, infertility, irritability, cancer, and that's just to name a few. Coming up, this is a show about hormones that everyone needs to see.
Make your day wonderful. Do it God's way. Ooh, yeah. Make it beautiful. Come on now. Ooh, bringing hope to your world every day.
What we love to do on The Joni Show more than anything else is offer programs that give people hope so they can improve their quality of life. And there was no better example of that than the program we did with Dr. Barbara Hoffman, Magali Hall, and Dr. Doug Weiss at the Refreshing Times Women's Conference. We talked about relationships, intimacy, sex, weight loss, and how hormones affect it all. There is a solution to hot flashes, menopause, PMS, and every other condition related to a hormonal imbalance, and this is the program that will show you. It can all be taken care of without the harmful effects of dangerous chemicals, so enjoy this edition of The Joni Show from the Refreshing Times Women's Conference. Well, I want to welcome all of you to the Refreshing Times Women's Conference 2007. Got a great program for you today, and if your hormones are out of control, then most likely everything else is out of control. There's more to a hormonal imbalance than hot flashes, aches and pains, and with older women and women all around the world that suffer from this hormone-related issues such as menopause, PMS, osteoporosis, and even colon cancer, it's time we find out what we can do about it to make life truly feel like it's worth living again. And of course, we want to talk about without the use of harmful synthetic chemicals, of course. So, joining me today, Dr. Doug Weiss, and also Barbara Hoffman and Magali Hall. Won't you help me make them welcome to the Refreshing Times Women's Conference? Good to see you guys. let's back up a little bit for those who are watching. And of course, we've talked about this subject so very often. And hormones, it's a big issue in that women today, especially that are perimenopause or going through menopause or having a change in their hormones and their cycles, etc. And so they go to the doctor, and the doctor says, it used to say anyway, I need to put you on estrogen.
Right.
And that's the wrong answer.
That's the wrong answer.
And so now there happens to be a Dr. Lee, who many of the women watching today are famous with, or who's famous, who did research on this very subject. And you actually interviewed him. He's no longer with us. But 30, 40 years ago, he was saying that estrogen was dangerous.
Yes.
And help the women explain that or understand that in simple terms.
Well, I'll put it in very simple terms, ladies. We have estrogen all of our lives. It's made in the fat cells. We lose our progesterone after we start ovulating. I'm not saying after we go into menopause, after we start ovulating, which is when we're no longer producing an egg, which happens to women in their 30s and 40s. And so now you have estrogen levels that are here and progesterone levels that are here. We really want progesterone levels that are here. You want a 200-to-1 ratio. But we're already unbalanced, so we need to add progesterone to bring us up. What are the doctors doing? Estrogen. And you will be depressed, irritable, short-term memory loss, inability to focus, insomnia. And I want to say with John Paul talking about dreams, if you can't sleep, ladies, you can't dream.
Yes.
And if you are estrogen dominant, you won't be sleeping, and you won't have these wonderful dreams where God can come to visit you.
And so the answer, basically, Dr. Lee came to the conclusion, and even medical doctors today are understanding a little bit more about this, but we need progesterone.
We need progesterone. If you have a lot of hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness, you go into the little bit of extra phytoestrogen made from a plant, perfectly safe, and that's the menopause cream.
And so what is in the menopause cream, and why does it help as far as the hormone-related issues?
There's 1,000 milligrams of progesterone in each cream, and then the menopause has 1,258 milligrams of red clover extract. It's a plant that grows wild in the fields, made by God. They use the extract. It goes into the body. It acts as a weak estrogen, sits on your estrogen receptor sites, which are all through your body, and blocks negative, bad estrogens from being able to get anywhere near you. So the creams, to me, I look at them as armor. We're armor. It's putting on our armor.
And the progesterone comes from, is it the
wild Mexican yam?
The wild Mexican yam, which again is something God created, something natural. And we have had tremendous testimonies from women who have gotten off synthetic hormones and that are now directly related to breast cancer. And the studies have come out and proven that. When did that actually happen? Several years ago?
2001.
2001.
Came out. They started with the study and they released it in 2002. 83% increased risk of breast cancer, 47% increased risk of heart attack, and 17% increased risk of stroke and blood clots.
Amazing.
On synthetic hormones.
Wow.
And Premarin is synthetic.
Premarin is a pregnant mare's urine. Yes. That's what it stands for. And that's what my mother was taking. She's over there saying thank you. How many years were you on synthetic hormones, Mom? About 9 or 10 years. And so when I started doing programs on hormones and I figured out that she was taking something dangerous, then I immediately got on the phone. Now, this is before she lived here in Texas, and I called her on the phone and I said, Mom, you have got to quit taking that Premarin. And she's like, I am not giving up this Premarin. You know, because, hey, what does it do? The Premarin does help with some of those side effects.
Premarin will... The Premarin is such a high dose of estrogen that you will not have a hot flash on Premarin.
Right.
Because you're just blocked from having hot flashes. And women were convinced that have been convinced that menopause is a disease. God created us to go into menopause. So why would our God create us to do something naturally and we need to take a drug to cure that?
Right.
It's not a biblical. So women were convinced they needed a drug. The doctors handed them the drug. Now that the doctors are throwing away the Premarin because they're paying attention to the studies, they're giving women antidepressants for hot flashes, Ladies, you don't need antidepressants. Progesterone cream will cure 83% of hot flashes in most women, in some women 100%.
Wow. So, are you hearing this, ladies? For any of you here today that are still on synthetic hormones, they are so dangerous for you. And so, even though there wouldn't be any hot flashes, the downside of the synthetic hormones are what? Breast cancer,
ovarian cancer. Also, I just had a study come across my desk. I'm constantly researching, and I'm on some very good lists. I just had a study come across my desk. If you know anyone who never smoked and got lung cancer, which I know 2 ladies never smoked and got lung cancer, they found estrogen receptor sites in the lung cancer tumors.
Wow.
So it's just a bad thing to be on the synthetic hormones, and I don't believe you need them. It's my passion to get women off synthetic hormones.
And I mean, thousands of women, have gotten off of synthetic hormones. Now, Magali, you have quite a story in that Magali was diagnosed with liver cancer. This is not good. And so, anyway, that's another whole long story, but the short version is that you changed your diet.
Yes.
And the Lord began to speak to you about taking better care of yourself.
Yes.
You also begin to pray and believe God, and you are completely cancer-free today.
Praise God.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
Oh, Doug Weiss is absolutely incredible. I mean, he just goes for the gusto, and he just speaks right into your spirit, and he says the things that you are not likely to say, but you think. But he says it. So what a blessing, and I'm walking away so that I can be empowered to be a true woman of God and know exactly what to do.
Okay, so we have to take a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere because the Hormone Show continues with some great information about sex and advice on how you too can put the fire back into your marriage. We'll be right back. It's secret to her success and the reason her latest book is flying off the shelves.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Inside Edition.
It's the Deborah Norville exclusive, and it's on the next Joni.
And that was my most important thing was, learning about what to tell my daughter and what for her to expect. And these conferences just bring you together with other women, and it just lifts you up and gets you through the next year.
I know you're very passionate about women taking care of themselves, women eating right, the right supplements, that kind of stuff. But you're also very passionate about hormones. So tell us a little bit about why what we're talking about today is important for the women watching.
It is so important because one of the reasons is, especially someone like me that had problem with their liver before, you want to keep it well, so you have to use the right product. I use the progesterone cream, this particular brand here, and it does really make a difference. It breaks down well in the liver. It does not leave your liver toxic. So that's why it's very, very important to use the right quality product. And I just love it. I feel better when I take it. It helps eliminate the cortisol level, the stress level. It helps me to relax. And I have several clients that have used it that have great, wonderful testimonies. It helps with fertility, because I had a client, I told you about this one, that couldn't keep her baby. She would get pregnant, then she would end up losing the baby after a few months. When she started using the progesterone cream, and she carried the baby to full term.
Wow, that's awesome.
It made the difference.
Now, how is that possible, Barbara? Because we had someone, in fact, a precious lady at Daystar who is married to one of the camera operators here who had miscarriages, and she started taking the cream and is now pregnant and carrying the baby to full term. So now, isn't that awesome?
Yes.
So what is it about progesterone that it helps with that?
Well, progesterone is low in many, many young women because of anovulation, because of environmental influences. We're having a menstrual cycle, but we're not making an ovum and an egg, and that's where the progesterone comes from. And when the progesterone is abundant in the body, it prepares the uterus to receive that little fertilized egg. If you are low on progesterone, you've just had an anovulatory cycle, now you've had an ovulatory cycle, the little egg cannot implant. There's no nest for it, there's no abundant home for it, and it's just, you know, lost. But if you build up your lining of progesterone, that little egg just, fertilized egg, and that little embryo just has a wonderful place to be nurtured. And it's been first used, that's how they discovered the benefits of progesterone, using it in infertility 30 years ago.
Now, when women's hormones are not balanced, there can be huge problems and issues. And for the men who are watching,
oh yes,
you can say amen to that. And for Doug, who's sitting up there, he's going to say amen to this too. But if your hormones are balanced and you have peace of mind and stability, emotional stability, et cetera, then you're going to be more apt to enjoy sex.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to talk about that. This is anabolic, so progesterone raises energy. Also, high estrogen blocks a woman's natural testosterone. It also blocks a man's natural testosterone. We could talk about that maybe another time, but high estrogen will block your testosterone. So now you don't have natural testosterone to enhance your libido. If you can balance out the estrogens with progesterone, which is also called the feel-good hormone, and progesterone is the one that God sent in mid-cycle, just when you could conceive, God sent that hormone in especially to get you in the mood. Mm-hmm. And I have had so many women call me. Actually, if you call Joni, she'll give you my phone number. I've had so many women call me, but the men that call me, men racing across town to get the creams for their jars. One woman came home and there were 4 jars on her counter, and she said, "Oh, honey, did you buy me a present?" He said, "No, I bought myself a present."
That is so funny. We got this one man who emailed us, and he's like, "I have ordered that cream for my wife, and it still hasn't come, and if you don't hurry up and get it here." So anyway, so Doug, that's important, and I know it's, you know, maybe you can't totally relate to the hormone, you know, question.
Well, there's another side to it.
But there is another side.
You know,
Talk to us about that.
And there's the guy side, and above all, the guys should get this cream in abundance so that he can lay hands and minister to his wife. Praise the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, if he is not in that situation and she's in a menstrual cycle, there are some survival tips in that cycle. Number 1, don't lie. If you lie, you're dead, okay? Number 2, don't be irresponsible. If you're going to, because what happens is she's a little more sensitive.
Yeah.
And don't be slothful. If you're slothful, you're dead again.
Yeah.
And number 4, you better worship God so you can walk in the Spirit, and you better serve her. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you'll do that, it'll go better for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so the guys do need how to tactically kind of move through that and love his wife, because it's, you know, she's going through something that God gave her as a gift. And
Yes.
it doesn't have to be something that has to be seen as the enemy or negative. Now, there is one thing when it comes to like a marriage part, is if ladies will inform their husbands when they know that things have changed, that really helps. Because what happens is, you know, he's at work and he's thinking all about you all day long and how much he loves you and how beautiful you are, and then you know, he cleans the kitchen, he helps the kids with homework, he does everything right, and then he hits the bedroom and he's thinking, tonight's my night, I've been a good boy, and then you say, "Oh, honey, I'm sorry," you know. That doesn't. If he knows, like when you know, then it goes well with him. He's like, he'll still clean the dishes, but at least he won't be like thinking like there's something going to happen later. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, that's good advice. That's good advice for the men, isn't it? That's good advice for you men. Now, one of the things I want to talk about quickly is that there are 2 different creams that we have, because there are really 2 groups of women that are represented. And so there's the red label and the purple label. So I take the red label because I have not yet gone through menopause. And also for women who many have had hysterectomies, et cetera, they would not use the red. They would use the purple. And so one is called ProHelp, one is called the Menopause Moisture Cream. So talk a little bit about both of those and the difference, Barbara.
ProHelp is, the progesterone is good for women, or I feel it's vital for women who are still having a menstrual cycle. And one of the things, just quickly about what Dr. Weiss just said, is when men are thinking ahead, well, when my wife goes in menopause, I'm not going to get as much action. But they're not prepared for a young woman to have no libido. And that is directly related to estrogen dominance. Okay, if you're still menstruating, you would want the red jar. If you have had any history of reproductive cancer, ladies, breast or ovarian cancer, you, stick with the red jar because some cancers are estrogen receptive. And although some doctors believe a weak estrogen is a good thing, others will say no. So if you've had any kind of cancer, you use reproductive cancer, the red. If you're done with your cycles, you use the purple jar.
And the thing about it is that